If you're thinking about buying an RV, you're not gonna wanna make these 9 mistakes. And if you have already bought an RV and you happen to make one of these mistakes, we wanna hear your story down in the comments.
So we're not just talking about RV buying tips today. We also have 2 projects we gotta do before we leave Florida. One of them being raising the back jacks on the RV because they're way too close to the ground. And then also rotating the tires on the truck because I'm overdue for that.
Per usual, we're DIYing it. And if you stick around to the end of the video, we're gonna give you a little hint on where we're headed next, and it's not Alaska. And I bet you wouldn't guess it.
So one of the first mistakes a lot of people make is thinking that all RV dealerships are the same. They're not, and I'll tell you a story about that. So we actually almost bought a Brinkley, a different Brinkley from a different dealership, and we contacted them, they had it on the lot, and we're extremely happy that we found one. We wouldn't have to wait for it to be built and everything, blah, blah, blah. However, the salesman was really good, but nothing else was moving along. Like the finance department was very slow. I don't think they ever contacted us over a week. It took over a week and we was finally like, okay, this is enough. And we never heard back from the finance.
So we got back on the internet, started looking for anybody and everybody that had a Brinkley sitting on their lot, and we found one at Cousin's RV in Colorado Springs. And it was a night and day difference, just the feeling you got. They were very responsive, they got back to us immediately, and the most important thing is that they sent us a written sales sheet. So all of the price breakdown of exactly what we were gonna pay was on that sheet, and it matched exactly when we got into the dealership. And something that we found out afterwards, because we did not do our due diligence in reading all the reviews of different dealerships, which I definitely recommend that you do, is that other people experience hidden fees, extra fees, fees that they weren't told about once they go in and they're ready to buy, and it doesn't match that verbal price that they agreed to. So that's something to watch out for. Read reviews, ask for a sales sheet before you ever go in to do your financing. This isn't the only thing you need to watch out for when it comes to dealerships though. We've got a couple more coming up, but first let's get this rear jack raised.
This is taking forever. We're never gonna get done through with this.
What do we gotta do?
Well, we got to take the pressure off this jack. I think we just should have it come up like 1/8 of an inch, like just barely touching the thing. That way, if it does drop, once I take all the bolts out, that it won't go far. I'll be able to hold it. But we definitely want to get the pressure off of it before we start just unloosening a bunch of bolts. Perfect.
From the phone, fancy.
Yeah, it makes it easier. So to raise the jacks up, we got to undo all these bolts and nuts, and then we're going to raise it up just probably a couple holes. Ideally, it'd be this hole go here. I think that would be plenty high. And yeah, especially since we're using our ox blocks now, that gives us another like 4 inches off the ground already anyway. So it should give us plenty of space. Wow, that broke it so quick.
That impact drill doing good?
Yeah.
I got a birthday present.
Everybody keeps yelling at me in the comments. Anytime I do anything like change my tires, or I'm missing a lug nut. Are you kidding me? What the world?
How did that happen?
So we just got these tires from dang Discount Tire. Now I'm pretty worried that my tires aren't even on there and tightened down. What the world? I cannot believe that.
Can we show them?
Do better.
See, Craig was sitting there and he just looks out here, and apparently there's a lug nut missing.
Well guys, you know we always talk super highly of Discount Tire. Never had an issue with them until now, and maybe it was just that specific one, but see, this is it gets hard to recommend stuff, and then like something like this happens. So I don't know. I do think they're still the best, and you can't really take one guy's workmanship into account for an entire company, but it does stink. Now I gotta buy lug nuts also.
One or more?
I don't think you can just get one. Maybe you can. Man.
Weird.
So annoying.
Anyways, but you were going, are you going to finish your sentence?
Oh yeah, you know, all were making fun of me about not having impact when I'm doing all my tires and rotating them and doing work on whatever. I used to have one, it was electric, so I never use it, and I just would kill myself. But my stepdad and mom, they got me this one, and it has been very nice.
Question though, are we concerned about the amount of space above here?
Yeah, but it should be fine.
You think we can still go 2 bolt holes up and be okay?
Yeah, from what I was reading online, other people go about 2 up. If not, we can just go up 1, and that'll still give us like an inch difference, you know, so.
All right, number 2 mistake that people make before we actually raise this thing up is thinking that brand new equals problem free.
It don't. I will talk really great about Brinkley and our RV, and I do like it, but it's not problem free. We do still have issues. If you've watched some of our videos right after we got the RV, we had some issues with it then, and we still got a couple others.
There is no such thing as a problem-free RV, and that's the thing about RV living.
Except for the Hilt by Storyteller. That was probably problem-free.
Problem-free either. Craig has his eyes set on a new rig, and I don't know what he's thinking because that rig is out of our price range.
I think when you pay that much, you're paying for problem-free.
You're not though. That's the problem. No matter how much you pay, it will not be problem-free. So just know that, and don't make the mistake going into it thinking that if you spend a lot more, you go above your budget, that it's going to mean no problems for you. Maybe less problems. We 100% have less problems than we did on our last rig.
We do, but if you're budgeting to your limit, like your payment each month is going to match you out on financially, it's probably not a good idea, because you're going to have some issues, and maybe it'll be fine while it's in warranty. However, that warranty does not cover your fuel to get it to a dealership or to wherever you take it to get it fixed. So that will still be an extra expense that you'll have. So just keep that in mind.
Oh, look at us raising it. Oh,
right there.
Right there, huh? A little tight there.
A little bit.
How's that spare tire looking? Solid, solid. Yeah. Look at that.
I do think it has twisted a little bit though.
But it can't twist anymore.
No, that's it.
Thank you, Shelly and Brian.
Still holding.
Still holding. Good idea, good idea. That's a perfect example of brand new doesn't equal problem free, but you know, we found a solution for it. Our spare tire kept lowering, so we got crafty, and now it can't lower because of that chain there. What, the impact drill won't fit up there? Is that thing in the way?
Nope. All right, all done. I think it took 10 minutes. It wasn't hard at all. I don't know. I read some comments where it could be pretty challenging to get to this one because of the motor being in the way, but it was pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Couple wrenches and a socket. Yeah, so now all we got is the other side. I'm about to put this jack back down so it'll have some pressure on it. And then when we're all done, we'll push auto level on everything so it'll level everything back out.
While we're down here, it actually brings us to the third mistake that people make. So let me point some stuff out to you. Look at these tires here. These are H-rated tires. These are thick tires. Look at these shackle links over here. These are thick shackle links.
Them some thick boys.
What's the suspension, the axles and stuff? They're
the what? I wasn't listening.
Greg just never listening.
So the axles, the leaf springs, and the shackles, they're all much more heavy duty than what you would typically need for the weight of this RV.
And the mistake that people make is not looking beyond the surface. You kind of see, it looks pretty, it looks fine, but what are the components exactly? What is the quality of the things that they are using to build the RV? You want it to look pretty, of course, but you also want it to last. And of course, it's gonna be a balance, because the more high quality products you use, the more expensive something's gonna be. But something we always check is like the counters, are they solid surface? Are the cabinets made from MDF or is it real wood? I like to always check if the drawers are dovetailed or stapled on. However, the good thing about RVs is that if you don't have the quality of components that you want, you can usually upgrade them. And a good place to check for any RV upgrade or truck a component or thing that you might...
trailer, even just regular trailer.
Regular trailers,
Yep.
is eTrailer.com. So eTrailer is the sponsor of today's video, and this year we're partnering with a very small number of brands that we like, that we trust, so that you guys aren't watching our videos and feeling like there are a commercial for a different company every time, and eTrailer.com is one of those brands.
So one of the reasons I really like eTrailer is they're kind of a one-stop shop. They have anything from like my truck bed cover. I've gotten a lot of questions about it. They have it. They also have shackle links. They have leaf springs. They have a lot of different components. Like even if you're having a hard time finding it, we had on our old RV, we had a part that broke. They were the only people that carried that specific part. So eTrailer has saved us a couple times.
We'll put a link in the description below with some of our favorite products that we have on our RV or truck that you can find at eTrailer.com. Now, time for you to get this other one done.
This is easier than what comes next.
That's true.
Changing them tires, rotating them. Oh.
Well, you already got one lug nut taken off, so you got a head start already.
Wow. That makes me so mad.
One.
It's not busting any knuckles. Oh, watch this stuff. Oh, that's tight. It's tight. They're all tight. Alright, so back to these pesky dealerships. They ain't all pesky, some are good. Our one was good. But now picture this. Think about it in your head as I'm saying it. You're there, you decided you're getting it, and now they're marching you back there to that office, that little tiny office. You feel like you're in the principal's office and you just got in trouble, and they're about to make you sign all kinds of paperwork. And then they start pressuring you in and buying all these warranties. So mistake number 4 is not being prepared for all the warranties they're about to pressure you into. Make sure you do your research on that. Be ready for them. Decide before going in whether or not you want a warranty, what your budget is for that warranty, or are you going to get a warranty through someone else later on. Us personally, we always just opt out of any of the warranties that the dealership offers. I don't know, they could be good, could be terrible. I don't know, we never dealt with them.
We always abide by that rule. We decide beforehand. We're saying no. If they offer to us, say no. We made a mistake, I think, once in a car, and we weren't prepared, and then you're looking at each other like, should we get this? I don't know, I guess so. And next thing you know, you got a warranty you didn't need. All right, that project went quicker than I think both of us imagined. And now it's time to rotate the truck tires, which we're gonna move to do, right?
Yeah, I don't want to be making so much noise right next to our neighbors.
We're gonna take the truck over yonder. Over yonder. We just gotta make sure we bring everything we need, otherwise it's gonna be a long walk back over. We got our supplies.
This?
No. People are gonna come. What are you being healthy? It's still soda. It's 0 calories.
10 calories. Hey, I need caffeine. I need it.
Impact. Jack stand.
Did you forget what it was called?
Yes.
Took you a while.
What about the...
And I brought a yoga mat for yoga.
No, the other thing we need.
This?
The jack, the actual jack.
And we bought a lug nut socket because I couldn't find mine.
It's in storage. All right, next mistake that you don't want to make. In case you don't know, you probably know this, but you can get a good deal on RVs. Do not pay the sticker price. In fact, they say you should try to negotiate a 30% discount. Did we do that on ours?
No.
No, we did not.
Yeah.
We probably should have tried a little harder.
As YouTubers, we got our Brinkley for free.
Oh my gosh, I wish.
Actually, we just paid full price.
No, we got like $5,000 off.
Oh, okay.
And they gave us $18,000 for our trade-in, which I kind of feel like was, instead of giving us a discount, they actually paid us money for that old piece of junk that we gave them. Anyways, don't make the mistake of not negotiating. That's the point here. How often are you supposed to rotate your tires?
I think it's like every 5,000 miles. I usually like every oil change, I start really thinking about it, and then a couple thousand miles after that, I end up doing it.
Nice. There's no way it's going up high enough.
Am I?
Mistake number 6, we're still talking about the actual RV purchasing part. Craig almost has that tire off over there. But don't make the mistake of not shopping around for your own financing. So obviously interest rates are really high right now, no matter what. But if you can go to your preferred bank, credit union, something like that, find out how good of a rate you can get. And then you can still always have the dealership check and see if they can beat those rates. The tires look really big when they're off. Wait, you're checking the brakes?
Yeah, the brakes look good still.
Nice. Even after all that Coloradoing we did this summer.
So,
Hey, pushing on it too hard. Gosh, it's not scary for you? Like it could just fall off the jack or anything?
hope it don't. So mistake number 7 comes from some YouTube actually that I was watching, which is ironic. But I just saw a YouTube video where there's this guy, he used to be a lawyer, or still is a lawyer. I'm not sure if he practices law still or not. However, he was going through some of the contracts with buying an RV, and it makes the dealerships and the manufacturers a lot of times where they just cannot be responsible for any issues at all. And the contract also says that you cannot sue them for any issue for the most part. And so mistake number 7 is not reading your contract. So make sure you go through your contract and actually read, at least skim through what you're signing.
Heavy?
A little bit.
Nice. Think everybody does their truck maintenance in flip-flops?
If they're in Florida.
That's true. All right, I've got a story that leads us right into mistake number 8. So when we were buying our first RV, the old one, the one that fell apart, it was used, 2014, and we went to the dealership and we noticed, we were looking at it and we noticed that one of the slides was like not in all the way. And we asked the salesman, we were like, hey, is that like, what's going on there? Is it just like not closed all the way or whatever? He's like, oh yeah, that's normal. Just sometimes when they're in, they're a little crooked. I don't know, it was a really dumb answer that somehow we believed. I don't know how. But guess what? That slide broke and the other slide broke and all the slides broke on that thing. And we might have known that that was in fact not normal for a slide if we had not failed to get an RV inspection.
Yeah, we definitely should have got an RV inspection on the thing. However, again, we paid $15,000 for that thing.
It's true.
It was very cheap. We should have expected it.
We should have expected it. But if you're about to spend lots of money on an RV, get an inspection if you don't feel like you are qualified to inspect it yourself. At this point, I think we'd be pretty good. I think you could inspect one now and find all the things wrong with it since you fixed all the things by now.
The easiest way to know that you're having a good buy is just don't buy it. You'll win then. 100% of the time you will win.
It's supposed to be tips on how to buy an RV, not how. Well, actually, no, it's how not to buy an RV because we're telling you all what not to do, so.
Yeah. So just don't buy it and you win.
No, we actually love RV life, don't we? Despite all the problems we've had. Do you?
Yeah.
Are you dragged along on this life against your will?
Help. So, when you're rotating your tires, which is what we're doing here, I don't know if we've told you, but you need to check your tire, make sure you know what way the tread is supposed to roll. A lot of tires
are supposed to go one direction. So a lot of times when you rotate your tires, you have to rotate them from front to back on the same side. That way you don't flip them around and they're going the opposite direction from what they were going originally. But that's a pretty simple, easy job. And having a nice new impact wrench has made this a lot quicker.
Okay, before we get to number 9, we're going to give you guys a hint on where we're going to be headed next video. That way you have time to put your guesses in the comments below. So, what are our hints?
It ends with an A.
But it's not Alaska.
Mm-mm.
Not Alaska.
And it's cold.
Oh, yes, it's cold. Like Alaska, but not. And there's a lot of RVs there. There's my attempt at a wink. So what do you think? Where are we headed next week in the winter time? And finally, number 9, the 9th mistake that people make is thinking that all warranties are the same. They're not. They're different from manufacturer to manufacturer, and this is especially important if you're buying new. Because 1, you're going to want to know, what does the warranty cover?
And you're also going to want to know how you're allowed to have warranty repairs done, whether it be through a dealership or a mobile repair person, the dealership you bought it from.
Because if you're in your RV full time, if you have to take it to the dealership every time, that can be a whole ordeal. I also encourage you to read reviews of customer service, because that's going to be different from manufacturer to manufacturer as well in terms of what the customer service is like and whether it's good or not. None are going to be perfect. Let me preface it with that. There is no perfect warranty out there, but some are better than others.
Tires are officially done. Both projects went fairly smooth. I hate rotating tires. So many lug nuts, tires are heavy, but we got it done. So we should be good for another few thousand miles, and yeah, went pretty smooth.
And I guess here's one more hint for you on where we're headed next. It's a massive trek from Florida. Let me just say that. A lot of miles ahead of us, which is why we wanted to get the tires rotated and the jacks raised before we headed out so that we didn't have to worry about it. So if you made any of these mistakes and have a good story, let us know in the comments. We've told you a couple of ours.
Yeah, let us know about your buying experience. I am interested in that. I wonder, like, have you found a good dealership? That could be helpful for other people reading comments. If you really love your dealership that you work with, put it in the comments.
And subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. I don't think we said that at all in this entire video. We're failing, so hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you. Thank you guys for joining us this week, and we will see you next time.
Bye.